I always dreamed of being the first to step onto a new world, the first to make a groundbreaking discovery, the first to etch my name into the history of space exploration. But now, as I gaze upon the spectral landscape of Europa, Jupiter's frozen moon, I realize that being the first is not a blessing. Sometimes it's a curse. My name is Dr. Elias Navarro, and I am about to tell you why humanity should have never come to Europa. The year is 2185. Earth is no longer what it used to be. We have expanded our presence across the solar system like an infestation, colonizing Mars, building floating cities on Venus, and drilling into the moons of Saturn and Neptune in search of knowledge and resources. But Europa has always remained a mystery, a frozen world with a hidden ocean that has captivated scientists and explorers for centuries. The mission was announced on an ordinary day. I was stationed in an orbital lab near Ganymede analyzing ice samples, when my communicator flashed with the fateful message: the Unified Space Agency was assembling a team to explore Europa. A dream come true. I had to be part of it. The selection process was brutal. Only 2 members would be chosen. We underwent grueling physical and psychological tests, survival simulations, and endless questioning. Finally, on a cold morning, I received the message: "Congratulations, Dr. Navarro. You have been selected as the lead scientist for the Europa Prime mission." My heart raced. I was about to set foot where no human had ever been before. Launch day arrived quickly. The ship, Helios 7, stood ready, its white metallic hull reflecting the lights of the lunar base. My mission partner, Commander Isabel Carter, was already waiting on the platform. She was a veteran of expeditions to Enceladus and Mars, experienced, confident. But there was something in her eyes that made me hesitate, a shadow of doubt. The journey was long. At first, Isabel and I got along well, sharing stories and theories about what we might find. But over time, something changed. Isabel became more reserved, distant. Sometimes, I found her in the observation dome, staring into the darkness of space with empty eyes. "Have you ever felt like we're being watched?" she asked one night without turning around. I laughed, trying to lighten the mood. "By whom? Jupiter?" She didn't smile. "I don't know, but I've been dreaming about something waiting for us." I shrugged. "Probably just the stress of the mission. We're almost there." She didn't reply. When we landed on Europa, the landscape looked surreal. The blue-silver ice gleamed under the faint light of the distant sun. Equipped with exploration suits, we stepped out of the ship and took our first steps. The ice cracked beneath our feet. It felt solid but alive. We began drilling to access the subsurface ocean. On the 3rd day, we succeeded. Our probe descended into the dark waters, transmitting images that defied everything we knew. Bioluminescent creatures swam in impossible patterns, spirals that looked like messages. Then the tremors started, small at first, but growing stronger. Isabel became even more withdrawn. When I found her hours later, she was sitting before the main monitor, watching the probe's feed with wide eyes. "They know we're here," she whispered. "Who?" I asked, but I already knew the answer. On the screen, something enormous moved in the depths. A colossal shape, ancient, awakening. The transmission failed. The ground trembled. A crack opened in the ice near our base. And then we heard the sound. Not mechanical, not a natural noise. It was a voice, not in words, but something deeper, a frequency that echoed inside us. Isabel turned to me, tears streaming down her face. "They don't want us here." The base began to collapse. We ran for Helios 7 as the ice shattered around us. When I looked back, I saw something emerging from the fissure, something that should not exist. We boarded the ship and took off in a desperate escape, but I knew we weren't really fleeing. They were already with us, inside us, in our minds. Our final transmission to Earth was brief. Europa is not empty, and it never was. Now, as we look back and watch the moon disappear into the distance, one single certainty consumes me. We should never have come.